Hello and welcome to the second day of this live coverage of the much anticipated season in the year from Bahrain International Circuit. The island's biggest event of the year returns with entertainment galore both on and off the track. There will be also entertainment throughout each of the 3 days at the circus stage with roaming acts, streets, musicians and dancers. Today we'll witness the qualifying session and people are getting excited about this annual event, ranging from motorsport fans to music and live performance enthusiasts. The international event takes place each year in the Kingdom of Bahrain, attracting a large number of tourists and visitors, as well as bringing significant benefits to the economic, tourism and hotel sectors in the kingdom. We will tell you more today about the impact of this high-profile event and its advantages on the kingdom's economic and hotels and tourism sectors right after this short break. This year witnesses limitless entertainment featuring a Ferris wheel, a 60-meter high star flyer, carousel and much more awaits us at the Formula One Gulf Air Bahrain Grand Prix 2019. This evening, the world-renowned Norwegian producer, songwriter, DJ and music marvel Kygo will be a major star attraction at the Bahrain International Circuit. Kygo has the honor of being the fastest artist ever to reach 1 billion streams on Spotify and has already passed the 25 global chart hits in just 3 years. He shot to fame in 2015, having been crowned Spotify's breakout artist that year, with global hits including Firestone featuring Conrad Sewell and Stole the Show featuring Parson James, which was certified gold or platinum in 16 countries. His first album, Cloud9, debuted at #1 on the iTunes Dance Albums chart, receiving global acclaim from critics, with Rolling Stones calling it unfailingly gorgeous. In 2017, Kygo landed on the cover of Billboard magazine, reflecting his colossal success. His single, It Ain't Me, with Selena Gomez, reached top 10 on the Billboard's Hot 100 and has amassed over 608 million Spotify streams to date. In September of last year, he released his Stargazing EP, which included new tracks Stargazing, This Town, and a collaboration with U2 entitled You're the Best Thing About Me, rounded out with It Ain't Me and First Time. His latest album, Kids in Love, debuted at #1 on Billboard's Top Dance Electronic Albums chart. You can catch him performing today live at 8 p.m. The Formula One event kicked off yesterday at Bahrain International Circuit, with plenty of action and excitement both on and off the track in the racetrack. Motorsports fans enjoyed a support race program along with various international acts and fantastic shows, and everyone is on the edge to see Kygo in action.
This is great. It's the second time I'm coming to the Grand Prix, so I love it. We're coming in family with my wife and my children, and the experience is just amazing. We came last night for the pit lane walk. We saw some drivers, and then we saw today the qualifying sessions, and it's just great. And the facilities are much better than 3 years ago when I first came, and the people are happy, the weather is fine, so it's great.
Oh, it's all excellent. Everybody's fantastic. Kygo, I'm really excited about Kygo tomorrow. Can't wait. And obviously the race on Sunday, it'll be fantastic.
Formula One this year has looked better than ever. They brought some Ferris wheels, they brought like the spin around thing, so it's really interesting to see this year, and the atmosphere is really amazing.
What I think is so great about Formula this year is basically it's so colorful and there's a lot of different rides that people can enjoy, and just overall the vibes with people.
It's been amazing this year. It's really different. A lot of new activities. They make it like a carnival, real carnival with all Ferris wheels and so on. It's really amazing. I really love it. I feel like I am in a park.
And now we move through a live link to our correspondent Yasmin Ibrahim, who was at the Bahrain International Circuit right now. Hi Yasmin, tell us, how was the second day looking today?
Hi Sarah, thank you. It is the second day, and again, it is one of the most exciting places to be. Over 1,000 fans have made their way to come in and join in the fun. There's plenty to do on and off track. Of course, Kaigo is going to take on the stage at 7:30 tonight, which also is very exciting. And joining me right now is one of the fans who have been coming into the F1 ever since it started back in 2004. Dina, can you tell me what is one thing you're most looking forward to coming into the F1 today?
Hi, thank you for having me, first of all. One thing that I'm excited about, I would say that it's hard to choose, I think, because I came for Kaigo and then I got excited about all the rides that we have here. And then I saw like a roller skating rink. I wasn't expecting that at all. There's so many food options to choose from. So I came for one thing, but I think I'm staying for just to see what they have in store for us this year.
And again, you've been coming to the F1 ever since 2004 when it started, and obviously you've grown with the F1. Can you tell me what makes this year different or special than every other year?
Yeah, I mean, obviously this isn't my first F1. It's been ever since I can remember, but I think I would have to say just they keep adding things, you know, like concerts or games or shows or music or people and things like that. Yeah, it's just an upgrade every single year, and I think that's a testament also to the Bahraini culture in general. We like to evolve and grow and learn new things, so I think the F1 is a very good example of that.
Thank you so much, Dina. We're so glad you're having so much fun, and to everyone that is watching, there's plenty of time to come in and join in the fun. Thank you so much. I'll be back with more updates later on. It's back to you at the studio, Sarah.
Thank you very much, Yasmin. I am really jealous that you're over there. We will take a short break now and we'll continue this live special coverage of the Formula One Gulf Fair Bahrain Grand Prix 2019, so stay tuned.
The Formula One is not just the race. It provides breathtaking entertainment, outstanding shows, extravagant acts and exceptional stage performances, unique thrilling activities, suitable for all the age groups and all members of the family.
And I'm excited to go to Formula One to check out the entertainment and watch the race. And I'm really excited to watch some amazing shows.
It brings to Bahrain major star attractions such as superstar DJ and record producer Martin Garrix performing live, followed by world-renowned Marvel Kaigo on the following day.
We have two amazing concerts, the best DJs on the market now, Martin Garrix and Kaigo. But besides that, we have two fantastic rides. For the first time at the circuit, we are having a 42-meter high Ferris wheel, and we have a Star Flyer which is 60-meter high. I mean, just trying it was absolutely something that out of this world. So I urge everyone not to miss this opportunity. Kids Tent is offering a great festival, a carnival games for the first time. I think every kid will walk away from BIC with a great gift from these carnival games. We are having a haunted house, much bigger haunted house than the first time. Besides, of course, the fan zone games and experiences that's available. So I think, as usual, BIC is offering something for every member of the family.
Not only the concerts, there are world-class live street performances all day, engaging audiences and passers-by with their delightful, cheerful acts that fill the heart with joy, such as colorful and upbeat roaming multi-talented stilt walkers, men aliens with 4 heads and 4 legs, Steve and Tom's Circus Entertainment, United Kingdom's best of the best street acts, Dr. Bubbles with his fantastic romantic bubbles synchronizing with the music, Rainbow Ballet's spectacular show, and much more fantastic, magical and impressive performances. There's also a wonderful circus parade with accompanying musical box inviting everyone to share a smile or dance with them.
I'm from Saudi Arabia and I'm excited for Mountain Gags. Of course, I came for Mountain Gags. Concerts, main thing.
Thrill lovers are not forgotten. There's also the extreme entertainment, including thrills and chills at the Mummy's Tomb, the 60 meters high Star Flyer, the 42-meter high giant Ferris wheel, and much more. It's a breathtaking blast to all members of the family. Reporting for Bahrain International, I'm Heba Abdel Ghaffar.
Welcome back. Thousands and thousands of people visit the Kingdom of Bahrain every year during the Formula One season, and they enjoy their stay and visit many other places and accompanying events. And the hotel's occupancy rates increased tremendously. To speak more about this, joining us now in the studio, the Director of Sales and Marketing from the Sofitel Hotel, Amri Karachi. Mr. Amri, as we know that the Formula One event is a huge international event in terms of attracting tourists and investors. And given that the Sofitel Hotel is the closest hotel to Bahrain International Circuit, as the only hotel in Zallaq near the BIC, how can you describe the Formula One season? And thank you for joining us again.
Thank you very much, first of all, for the opportunity to take us here and talk about what's happening at the hotel, especially in such a period like Formula One. Myself, along with all my colleagues, our general manager, owner of our hotel, Mr. Mohamed Zayani, all our team are very thrilled to be associated with such a prestigious event. At the Sofitel, during Formula One, we host a large amount of drivers, team owners, stakeholders, and close associates of Formula One. Sofitel becomes a destination itself during Formula One. It's like Monte Carlo, but instead of spending it in Hotel de Paris or Café de Paris, it is literally, you feel like you are in the circuit itself. Having a breakfast during Formula One in Sofitel is about coming across with all those drivers, greeting them, seeing how they casually walk around before a thrilling day as Formula One. They also tend, the drivers and the performers at the Formula One tend to be also very humble. They come across extremely humble with specific needs, and it's a feel like you're in Shanghai, Beijing, you're in Monaco, you're in Abu Dhabi, but this time you're in Bahrain, in the Kingdom of Bahrain, with all those VIPs and drivers. It's a thrilling feeling again.
Cool, that's really nice. And do you get a lot of fans trying to stalk drivers or trying to see them?
We do get a lot of fans. Obviously, those drivers are, their privacy is our prime concern. They need to relax while they're at the hotel. They need to feel comfortable so that they can perform throughout the day at the circuit. Obviously, in order to make sure that we also offer them a comfortable stay, and they can ensure their performance. We have strict security guidelines during Formula One. We do not allow any sort of outdoor events. We are very strict on the noise policy at the property. If a guest in house is keen to have some sort of a gathering, we are keeping it in the boundaries, and we are very straightforward with our guests. Also, always making sure that our guest is well looked after and satisfied.
Oh, that's really good. So you do care for whatever they need. So what's other preparations that your hotel might go through in order to get this much amount of visitors?
Thank you very much for asking, Sarah. Luxury is all about communication, first of all. It requires lots and lots of internal meetings, lots of preparations prior to the Formula One. We have various discussions identifying each guest in closed doors as well as in the back offices to make sure that each and every VIP is very well recognized. Sofitel Bahrain Zalak consists of 262 units. Those units predominantly welcome all those VIPs during Formula One. So in a nutshell, we have roughly over 200 VIPs during this period. Each drivers and the VIPs pictures are shared within our internal communications. They are discussed during meetings, their needs, their special requirements, their year-on-year habits are discussed. For instance, some of the drivers who come with their families, they tend to order kids food. They have the tendency to look for kids' need. They might require a massage bed. So we go detail by detail with all our respective departments involved. Housekeeping, laundry, a key, very key department during Formula One. And we are also very familiar with those needs. So we make sure that it goes well, because year on year, every year they come, we know what they require, why they require, what time they require. So we typically try to offer it repetitively, similar to the previous year. And we say in our industry, no news is good news. As long as there are no complaints, obviously there are a lot of those guests are in favor of our hotel. They come year on year. They come every year back to Sofitel, so they seem to be very pleased with the service. Good, good. And things are going well with that.
So talking more statistically about the number of people visiting Sofitel, can you tell us what's the approximate amount of people that Sofitel receive every year, and how does it compare year on year?
Now, thank you very much for asking. Firstly, it might be a little bit of a difficulty for me to share any financial numbers here, especially publicly, because those figures are the property of our owner and Accor Hotels. Okay. But what I can tell you, historically, the hotel is, over the Formula One season, is having the highest daily occupancy and average daily rate during Formula One season. We achieved the highest in the whole Bahrain compared to all our beloved competitors in Bahrain, and we have 4 days of 100% occupancy at a very high average daily rate. And it has year on year, this year, for instance, in 2019, it is the best year in the history of the hotel, and last year was also the best year comparing Formula One to Formula One in the history of the hotel. Okay. So it is
so that's really good to hear.
It's a great year and a great month, to be honest.
And so, Mr. Amri, how can such events like the Formula One contribute in the tourism and hotel sector in the Kingdom of Bahrain?
That's actually a very good question, and I would like to thank you again for asking it. Formula One is a mega event, and it basically puts the country itself, obviously, as itself in the map in the world towards international travelers from all around the world. For instance, during Formula One, we have top-notch VIPs coming over to Sofitel from Indonesia, from Russia, from US, from Europe, from all over the world. It takes all those VIPs to the region, to the country, and it lets them experience Bahrain hospitality. as well as such an thrilling race at the Bahrain International Circuit. The circuit is one of the most favorite ones for amongst all the drivers. It has won a number of different awards because it's very, it has different compared to Abu Dhabi and compared to various other circuits. It has different features that really thrills the drivers, so the drivers are very pleased to be here.
Yeah, that's right.
Only the circuit itself has roughly 13,000 parking lots. It's every year, year on year, it welcomes a larger amount of visitors. For a country to be associated with such a mega event, it is basically a great visibility amongst all international markets, not only to consider it for a sport event, but also consider it for their upcoming leisure as well as business travel.
Yeah,
Bahrain is opening the largest exhibition center in the Middle East within the next 2 years. So some of those CEOs and top-notch executives coming over to Paddock and to the country for Formula One might also consider taking an event in Bahrain. So it is actually, my name is Emre Kirazci. I am thrilled to be a part of such an event. It's at a prime location like Sofitel, welcoming all those CEOs, all those team owners, all those high-profile VIPs, and being a part of the future of Bahrain, if I may say.
Well, that's great, that's great. And just one last question. What do you tell all those people who complain about traffic during the Formula One weekend in Bahrain?
Well, Bahrain is a very small destination. It's the traffic itself is in the perception of Bahraini from Sif to Zalak, it's around 20 minutes drive. The worst it can get is actually half an hour, 35 minutes. Our guests predominantly staying with us go further to BIC, so it's not a huge, gap. It takes around 6 to 10 minutes, maximum 15 minutes. I have been in Bahrain for the last 2 years. I have been going through that distance every Formula One, and it is not a measure traffic, I would say, and it's minorly highlighted by the guests, by the hotel team. And I wish all the best for all our associates and colleagues living in Sif trying to come to BIC, and I don't think it's a long distance neither. Yeah,
and I think everyone should just look at the bigger picture
and see
having such a mega event happening in Bahrain.
Contribution of Formula One to the country itself, contribution of Formula One to the local economy, local businesses, local hotel partners, local transportations, and to Bahrain is itself, because this is it's a huge seasonal event. It brings, it heavily contributes to the local economy. We, as the Sofitel, have largest revenue in the month of Formula One in comparison to the rest of the year. And I'm very confident it is very similar for the other 5-star hotels in the country. It is the same thing for all other transportation transportation providers, similarly to even food and beverage suppliers. Exactly. So it is a privilege, again, as I said, as an expat living in Bahrain, to be a part of such a prestigious event. And I think, as you very rightly said, Sarah, everyone should look at it from a bright part. A 10 to 15 minutes delay shouldn't be such a, let's say, for 3 days it's 45 minutes in a total calculation. It shouldn't be such a, you know, the value that Bahrain as a country gets for this 45 minutes is much more, and I think, as you rightly said, people should look at it from a positive angle. Well,
Director of Sales and Marketing, Mr. Amri, thank you very much for joining us. It was a great pleasure.
Thank you very much for the opportunity, and hope to see you soon in Sofitel. Thank you.
Inshallah.
Thank you.
Inshallah. So the night race is now a major fixture at the Bahrain International Circuit, expanding the season and allowing the circuit to offer new opportunities to motorsport enthusiasts, and continues to be a statement of intent for the future of motorsports in the Gulf region. More on this with this report with Yasmin Ibrahim. high-profile events help in bringing a large number of tourists, the Formula One Gulf Air Bahrain Grand Prix is definitely one of the great events since it draws thousands of Formula One fans to the country. The event contributes greatly to enhancing the economic sector of the Kingdom of Bahrain. Joining us now, the Director of Economics and Energy Studies, Dirasat, Omar Al-Ubaidli. Hello and welcome, Mr. Ubaidli. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be with you.
Can you please tell us the positive impact of holding the Formula One event on the economic sector in the Kingdom of Bahrain?
Well, there's several mechanisms by which the economy benefits. The first one was mentioned by a previous guest, which is that hotels, restaurants, many sectors benefit directly from the expenditure and the activities directly associated with the race. Secondly, and this is about tourism more in general, which is that people learn about Bahrain and they hear about it. Bahrain is a small country, has a small population, so it's not somewhere that people all over the world, far away from the Arab world, know about. So when it holds such a prestigious event, there's a big boost in terms of awareness of Bahrain, and people want to find out about it, they want to come visit.
That's
and then perhaps the most important is the third avenue, which is that organizing a Formula One race to this quality is very difficult, and it's not something anyone can do. So when foreign investors, when VIPs, when they see how well the race is run in Bahrain, this gives a very good impression, a very big boost to Bahrain's reputation as a business, as a commercial center, and it makes people much more willing to invest, much more comfortable about relocating their capital here, because they feel that this is somewhere that is well run and that it can organize a world-class event, that it's secure and prosperous.
And not only is it a sports event, but also greatly refreshes all other industries. What are the economic revenues of holding this annual major event?
Well, the most important ones, which I mentioned before, are these direct effects on the economy. When you're talking about several 100,000 people coming into the country from the neighboring countries, which are some of the wealthiest countries in the world, and they come and they stay for more than one day, the race organizers have made the right decision, which is not just focusing on the race itself, but creating a whole series of events so that people come and stay several days, that they spend money, that they enjoy the facilities, and they enjoy the entertainment available. This gives a massive boost to the economy, and it's felt by all Bahrainis.
Yeah, definitely. Well, thank you very much. That was the Director of Economics and Energy Studies, Dirasat, Omar Al-Ubaidli. Thank you for joining us. An exclusive photo shoot of the McLaren Bahrain parade was held, featuring an exciting array of McLaren supercar models led by the youngest British driver to ever compete in the Formula One. McLaren's 2019 Formula One driver Lando Norris was with him, and a number of McLaren supercars driven by their respective proud owners participated in the glamorous drive that commenced in the afternoon from the Four Seasons Hotel at Bahrain Bay, with Norris leading the way. The parade stopped at the Arcapta building for the photo shoot before continuing onwards to the BIC, where it culminated. Organized by McLaren Bahrain in partnership with Mumtalakat, the parade served as a visual treat and unique kickoff to the much anticipated 2019 Formula One Gulf Air Bahrain Grand Prix.
I started racing when I was just turned 8 years old. I'd been karting for almost a year before that. But yeah, my whole career pretty much started when I was 8. My first time in a McLaren was Budapest, Hungary. That was my first time. I was with the team. All the pressure was on, and I had my first experience of a proper Formula One car. Which is a moment I'll never forget, of course. But yeah, that was a very cool moment for me. Everything I had worked up to, and yeah, finally got to drive for the first time in Hungary. It was 2 years ago now. The whole atmosphere of McLaren is very good at the moment, and I'm enjoying every minute. Every minute, I spend with the team at the track, away from the track altogether. So yeah, McLaren are awesome. I hope I can give them good enough results.
Today is about our customers. We've gathered our customers today in the presence of Lando Norris, who's very gracefully given up some of his time to join us today, to meet our customers and to do a parade. So we're here today, as you know, at the Our Capita building, home of Mumtalakat, which is the majority shareholder of McLaren here in Bahrain. And we're very pleased to welcome our customers on this parade. And really, for us, it's giving something back to them because it's about experiences for us. It's about, we see McLaren in Bahrain as a family, and we like to get our customers involved as much as we possibly can. So that's what today is all about. But the bigger picture for McLaren is that it's a brand that's growing very, very well, considering the markets are quite tough at the moment, but McLaren are doing incredibly well despite that. And we're very proud to represent McLaren here in Bahrain under Kanu Motors SPC. I think we're very privileged to have this brand.
And our dear viewers, that was the end of the second day of our live coverage of the Formula One Gulf Air Bahrain Grand Prix 2019. And we will be back tomorrow, same time, for more updates and exciting news. But as for now, goodbye and God bless.